Morning, boys and girls. I just want to talk to you about a quick little activity that you can do this week to, again, help consolidate those number bonds and also give you some practice in writing number sentences and using those very important addition symbols, the add and the equals. And it really is as simple as this, boys and girls. So I'm just going to tip my iPad down a little bit so that you can see what I'm doing here. I have 2 dice, and that's really all that you need. And if you don't have dice at home in your board games, I was thinking maybe a wooden brick or block, and you could put dice patterns on paper and stick them onto the faces of the dice, or something as simple as maybe an OXO cube that your mum might have in the cupboard, or an OXO cube box, and make that into your dice. Okay, so basically the idea of this game is that you take your dice, you throw both of them. Now I have got a 2 and I got a 1, okay? And so I am going to add those 2 numbers together, and then I'm going to write them down in a number sentence. So 2 plus 1 makes 3. So I'm going to take my pen and I'm going to record that as a number sentence. 2 plus 1 makes 3. Okay, now I might take my 2 dice and throw again. If you've got shakers, that's even better. So this time I have a 4 and I have a 3. Okay, so I would say 4 plus 3 makes, those are bigger numbers. So I might know that 4 plus 3 makes 7, or I might need to maybe count the dots on the dice patterns. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Or I might use my skill of counting on. So I might say 4. I have 4 here, so I'm going to put that number 4 in my head, and then I'm going to count on. So that's 4 here, 5, 6, 7. Okay? And then I would record my sentence, 4 plus 3 equals 7. Okay? Now, some of you may be absolutely flying with that, and you may be able to add the 2 numbers together mentally using these 2 dice, no problem at all. So what you can do then, if you want a little bit more practice on the counting on, is to take one of your dice and I've just drawn numbers and cut them out and stuck them on the faces of my dice, and I've put numerals on the faces of the dice. So this time you can use a numeral dice and a dice with dice patterns, and again just throw them both, and I've managed to get 1 and 1, so that's pretty easy. 1 plus 1 makes 2, so I'm going to write that down as my calculation. 1 plus 1 equals 2. It gives me good practice at using my symbols correctly. Okay, let's throw again. Okay, so this time I've got a 3 and I've got a 6. Okay, so again, some of you may be able to mentally add that, and you may be able to start with the biggest number and say 6 and 3 more makes 9. And maybe others would like to use their counting on strategy. So start with the number, the numeral, so that's 3. I'm going to put that number in my head, 3, and I'm going to count on 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 3 plus 6 makes 9. Okay, so I'm going to write that one down. 3 plus 6 equals 9. Be careful too, boys and girls, when you're writing your number sentences, make sure you're writing your numbers starting from the correct starting point and the right way round, okay? Now I'm just going to do one more like this. Oh, this time I've got a 6 and a 6, okay? So some of you may know your doubles fact really, really well, and you will know immediately that 6 and 6 makes 12. If you're using your counting on strategy today, again, start with the numeral dice. So we've got a 6, put that 6 in your head, okay? Put it into your head. That's 6. Now we're going to count on 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay? So 6 plus 6 makes 12. And again, we can write that down. 6 plus 6 equals 12. I'm being very careful writing my numbers the right way round and also making sure I'm starting from the correct starting point. Okay? Now, I'm going to tip this back again a little bit, boys and girls, because if you're flying with this and you're having no problem at all with your counting on, you have this mentally, you can add these numbers mentally, then you can take your 2 dice and cover them both in numerals. And that makes it a little bit more challenging as well. And in that case then, I would start, when I throw my 2 dice, and they're both covered in numerals, I would start adding with my biggest number and add the 2 numbers together and record them, find the total, record that on your whiteboard as well. Okay, so you can play this game lots and lots of times this week. And as I say, many of you will be at different stages in this. You may need to count the dots on the dice patterns. You may be able to use these dice and use your strategy of counting on. You may be able to add the 2 numbers together mentally, no problem at all, and then record your calculation. So just work at your own pace and where you are yourselves, boys and girls. Okay, have fun with that activity this week, okay? And I'll post a few more videos for you again tomorrow. Take care, bye-bye.